Hi everyone, this is Crispy1001 at keepecosf.com. This is our 5th video on how to use Blender and the Blender2FSX add-on to make models for Flight Simulator 10. So let's go and open Blender. And we just got finished on the last video animating our elevator. Now we're going to set up, we're going to create our rudder control surface and animate it. So let's go Control and number 3 to go to left view. We're going to zoom in by middle mouse button. Hold down Shift and middle mouse button to reposition the 3D space. We're going to reposition our 3D cursor by right mouse clicking in the middle of the rudder. We're going to hit a Shift A. Oops, I'm sorry. I hit the wrong one. Shift A, Mesh and Cube. I'm going to hit the Z key to put us back into wireframe mode. I'm going to grab and in the Y-axis right there. Wow, we're already set up for it. Now we're going to go into edit mode, hit Tab, hit A to unselect everything, hit the B key, select the top vertices, G to grab, Z to move the vertices up in the Z axis. Right there. A to unselect, B to select again, select the lower vertices, G to grab, Z to move in the Z axis. We're only going to take them to about right there. Hit A to unselect. Okay, now we're going to go to the top view, 7 key on the numeric pad. We're going to hold Shift and the middle mouse button to reposition the 3D space, and the middle mouse button the roller and to zoom out. We're going to hit A to select our whole object. We're now going to hit S to size, and we're going to size in the X axis. Press the X key. There. I show the rudder to be a little longer in this view, so I probably messed up again on the drawing. We're going to leave it the size we set up for the left view. We're not going to extend it here. So we're going to hit A to unselect. Let's go to the front view. So Control and 1. Looks like we're in it. That's good. Let's go back to a side view. Control and 3. We're going to hit Tab to get out of edit mode. Make sure our scale is still 1, and it is. We're going to go to the right toolbar. Make sure we're in Object. If you're all the way down, scroll it all the way to the top. Rename this Rudder Control Surface. And now, like before, we're going to add in another cube. We're going to enter in our pivot point So with the left mouse button again, with the right mouse button again, we're going to reposition our 3D cursor. I'm going to hit the A key to unselect the rudder control surface. I'm going to do a Shift and A, go to Cube. I'm going to scale the cube down by hitting S and scaling down about that small. I'm going to rescale in the Z axis, so S and Z, about right there. We're now going to reset our scale back to default because we've messed up our default scale. So we're going to hit Control A and go to Scale. Now we're back in our scale, our default scale. We're going to name this cube over here in our Object tab again, Rudder Control. This time we're going to make sure that we're in the center before we parent the rudder control with the rudder control surface. So let's go to the top view, 7, and we are not in the center. So we need to move it over. So we're going to do a G for grab, and we want to hit the X for the X axis and put it right in the middle. Oops. Right there. It's going a little closer. Well, it's good enough. Okay. So now we have it in the center. I'm going to go and hit the middle mouse button to go in perspective mode. I'm going to go back over to the right toolbar. I'm going to scroll down to display again and turn on X-ray again. I'll scroll it back up. I'm now going to go in this top view or top window here, and we are going to select the rudder control surface by left clicking. We're going to hold down the Shift and select the control rudder. Move your mouse cursor back into your 3D workspace. Hit Control P and set parent to object. So now we have the rudder control surface parented to the rudder control. Now we're going to take and set the plane body as the parent to the rudder control. So back over in this window over here, the right window top, we're going to hit rudder control. Then we're going to hold down the Shift and click on the body. Take your mouse cursor, put it back into the 3D workspace, and then hit Control P and set parent to object again. So now if we go to our rudder, or rudder control and click on it, you'll see that our rudder control surface is treated under it. Okay. Now let's go back and let's click on our rudder control so it is selected by itself. We're going to go over to the left toolbar. We're going to click on the initialize tool set. Now we're going to scroll up a little bit to where it says Fsx Animated Tool or Animation Tool. We're going to go to our search bar again. If yours is not showing, click on the little positive. And here we're going to type in rudder and enter. Scroll down and we're looking for rudder %key. Click on that and click on the assign key. Now, if with that selected, the rudder control selected, if we scroll down in the object tab in the right toolbar, in the FSX properties we should have animation tag rudder %key and a length of 0 to 100. Now we're going to go into top view, number 7. We're going to zoom out with the middle mouse roller or middle mouse button. We will put it into solid mode. So let's hit Z key. Zoom in a little bit. Okay, we're now going to set up our first starting position for our rudder animation. So the rudder needs to be to the left, and we're probably going to do it the same percentage we did the elevator, which is 25%. So let's hit R. Oops. Okay, hit escape. Hit R, and we want to rotate on the Z axis, and I'm going to type 25. Okay, wrong direction. Hit escape, hit R, Z, and -25, and enter. Okay, that's good. Now we have our starting position. We're now going to hit with your mouse cursor still in your 3D workspace, hit the I key and click on rotation. And I'm sorry, I should have told you before you did that, make sure that your starting point for your animation is on the 0 position. If it is not, then you would have to delete that keyframe we made there. Let me pause for a minute. Okay, I'm back. If you have to delete a keyframe, what you do, you have to hit Alt and I. Oops. Alt and I, and you'll see where it says delete keyframe, and then you would just repeat what we just did. You would have to hit the R key, the Z key, and a -25. Okay, so we're in that position already now. I'm going to now change our animation position to 50%. Or 50, and I'm going to make sure my mouse cursor's in the 3D workspace and hit R and Z, and this time instead of -25 I'm going to put 25 and enter. We're going to hit the I key and rotation again, then we're going to go back down to our animation location and type in 100 and enter. Make sure you're back in your workspace. We're going to hit rotate on the Z axis and 25 again, and then we're going to hit the I key and rotate. So now we've set up an animation for the rudder as well. So you can hold down your middle mouse button, rotate it, go down, and let's put your current position for the animation as 0. Now you can hit play, and you'll see now both the rudder and the elevator are animated, and with the correct animation tags for FSX. So let's go ahead and pause it, put our position back to 0, and let's go to a top view, so 7, and hold down Shift and the middle mouse button to reposition, zoom out, and now we'll start adding the ailerons and flaps. Let me put pause for a minute so I can see how much time I already have on this video. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. We're doing fine on the recording. Okay, so let's move our 3D cursor again. So we're going to right mouse click on this aileron, on the left aileron in the middle. We're going to do a Shift A. We're going to go to Cube. We're going to scroll over. We're going to zoom in. We're going to hit Z key to go out of solid mode and go back to wireframe. We're going to hit the Tab key to go into edit mode. We're going to click on A to unselect everything. We're going to hit B and select the top vertices, G and Y to bring it down. Hit A to unselect, B to select the right vertices, G to move in the X position. I'll put about the middle there. A to unselect, B to select, G to move in the X, and A to unselect. That looks good. Let's go to a side view. Control 3. That's a little big. So A to select the whole cube, G to move it up, or to grab it, I'm sorry, Z to move it up in the Z axis. Hit A to unselect. We're going to hit B to select the lower vertices, G to grab, Z axis, and A to unselect. Let's rotate it in perspective mode by holding down the middle mouse button. So there is our aileron, our left aileron. Let's go over to, let's see, we're in edit mode. Let's hit the Tab key to go out of edit mode. Let's check our scale. Our scale is 111, so that's good. We need now to name this object. So make sure you're in the right toolbar in the edit tab, the object tab. Scroll all the way up if you're still down or on the bottom of that screen or that window. Hit Cube, and we're going to name this left aileron. Left aileron. We're going to now go to a top view. We're going to scroll out, move it over with the Shift and middle mouse button. Now we're going to make a copy of the left and move it over to the right. So we're going to do a Shift and D. We're going to hold or press the X key to move it in the X axis and use the mouse to pull it over. About right there. That's good. And we're going to change the name of this one. So we'll go back over to this window here under Object. And we'll click in the front of it, delete, put right. I'm going to click at the end of it and backspace and then hit enter. So now we have right aileron. Okay. Now we're going to have to make a pivot point for each one of the ailerons we just made. So because we're on the right hand side, let's zoom in a little closer here. Let's hit the A key to unselect, right mouse click to move your 3D cursor to about right there, hit shift and A, make a cube. We're going to scale the cube down, hitting the S, about to right there. Then we're going to scale it by hitting S again in the X-axis. About right there. We're now going to have to fix our scale because we've changed that. So we're going to hit Control A and scale. That puts us back to default scale. We're going to name this right aileron control. Okay. Then we're going to make a copy of this one and move it to the left. So let's zoom out. Let's do a Shift and D and X to move it in the X axis. We have to move it over by holding Shift and the middle mouse button. We're going to have to hit the G key and X button to move it, keep moving it. About right there. And let's rename this one now. So we'll click there, delete, and put left. Click to the end of it and backspace to get rid of the 0.001 and enter. So now we have left aileron control, right aileron control. Now we're going to parent them. So right now we have the left aileron control selected. Let's hit A to unselect it. Let's click and select through the left aileron. And let's go back up to this window up here because it'll be easier to select our aileron control. So we'll move that over, move it up and over. Okay, there's the left aileron we have selected, and then left aileron control. We want to hold down the Shift key and select that one. Oh, hold on. Before I do this, let's make sure the aileron is in, the aileron control is in the middle of the wing, or we're going to make the same mistake I did before. So let's hit A to unselect. We'll go and select the left aileron control. We'll hit Control and number 3 to go in side mode. Oh, it's a good thing we did it. Well, actually, yeah, it's a good thing we did that. We're way up. So let's hit, actually let's select both the left aileron control and the right aileron control. So go over here, hold down the Shift and click on right aileron control as well. Now we will hit, make sure your cursor's in the 3D workspace, hit G and Z to move them to the middle. Okay. Then we hit A to unselect. Select your left aileron control again. And let's see. Oh, no. Now let's rotate, see how we're doing. And I forgot we need to turn on X-ray. So with the left aileron control selected, scroll down on your Object tab to Display, turn on X-ray. Click on your right aileron control on your upper window, turn on X-ray. Now we can select our left aileron and hold down Shift and hold left aileron control. Put your mouse cursor back into your 3D work area and hit Control P. Set parent to object. Now we've parented those two. We'll hit A to unselect. There we go. Now we're going to select right aileron in this window. We're then going to hold down Shift and click on right aileron control. Put your mouse pointer back into your 3D workspace and hit Control P and set parent to object. Now we have that one parented. Hit A to unselect. Go to your left aileron control now. This time we're going to do both of them at the same time. So with the left aileron control selected, hold down your Shift and do your right aileron control. So you have both left aileron control and right aileron control selected. Then hold down Shift and select your body. Then put your mouse cursor back into the 3D workspace. Hit Control P. Set object or set parent to object. And that's good. Now we have those parented to the body. Let's hit A to unselect. And I'm going to pause a minute, see how much time I have in this video, so please bear with me. Okay, I'm almost to my 30-minute mark, so I'm going to have to end the video here. But we're going to make sure that we're going to go this time. In the last video I forgot to remind you to save and make a backup. So we're going to go File and Save. I'm going to close my Blender. I'm going to open up my project folder. I'm going to find my Blender file for my project. Do a right mouse click and copy. Open up my backup files. Do a right mouse click and paste. Left click on it once, one more time. Shift underscore, and this will be my 4th backup. I thank you for watching my videos, and I hope that you will subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you very much. Bye.